It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your 1980 national champions. 1980 and 81 SEC champions, two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
Man, happy 4th of July. I know you had all the ribs and all the bone-in ribeyes, all the good red meat and pork you could eat.
That's right, everything. I mean, even had a little fish, DJ. You got to drop some fish on the 4th, too.
Yes,
just to keep it straight.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I know you had a pre-4th of July party last Saturday. You had opportunity, of course, Coach Bobby Wright and Carolyn Wright over at Central High School. They did a nice cookout, pre-4th of July cookout.
That's
man.
Right.
They really turned it on.
That did, DJ, and I got in the spirit after I left there, so hey, ribs galore.
Coming up in just a little bit, we have an opportunity to talk about LeBron. You know, he's been the talk of the town since the season's been over, and he's finally made a decision. I know you've been hearing it all week. The Lakers won the grand prize. Congratulations to Magic Johnson.
Hey, I knew something was happening, DJ. Magic was mighty quiet, but really the power has just gone to the West Coast. And really, we're going to see what they can do in the East now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, now that business is over, the only thing I guess you can count on is baseball, and the Braves are red hot. We'll have all that and more coming up next on Sports Vision.
If you're even thinking about a new car, you've got to come to Headquarter Nissan.
Because right now, you can get the lowest payments of the year.
New Sentras from just $129 a month.
Altimas from just $159 a month.
And Rogues from just $169 a month. An all-backed bar value plan featuring a lifetime warranty with an unlimited amount of time and miles and more. Lease for less. Columbus is a Nissan town.
E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse has been your most trusted name in men's fashion for more than 50 years. We've offered the area's best selection of top quality, name brand suits, accessories, and casual wear at the most competitive prices around. Customer service is our top priority. We're the professionals generations have trusted for the best quality and absolutely the best deals. We are E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse. We are simply the best.
You're gonna do great.
Thanks, Dad.
Break a leg.
Affleck?
Not that kind of break.
Oh!
That had to hurt.
Affleck?
Not that kind of hurt. Yeah, Affleck paid us cash in just one day to help with our car payments and mortgage.
Affleck!
Perfect timing. See how Affleck helps cover everyday expenses at Affleck.com.
There's something about music in the garden. That is why your garden, Columbus Botanical Garden, presents Rhapsody in Bloom, Jazz in the Garden, Sunday, July 22nd from 5 to 9 p.m. Hosted by Dee Armstrong and Wayne Hales, Rhapsody brings to you spectacular talent. Tickets are $25 for a single and $39.99 for a couple and may be purchased on our website. Make it a date night, make it a great night. Join us at Columbus Botanical Garden for Rhapsody in Bloom.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. LeBron James' name has been the subject of discussion for the last, seemed like, month. And I know without any disappointment, the Los Angeles Lakers land the greatest player on the planet.
They did a great job, DJ. I smelt that coming. I think really now, if they get another player, they get their Kawhi Leonard piece, DJ, all eyes will be on L.A.
Well, let's just go ahead and talk about LeBron because obviously we're not going to say anything that you hadn't heard in the last 3 or 4 weeks. But, you know, when we started talking about LeBron, where was he going to go? Where was he going? Everybody's talking about Philadelphia. Some people mentioned Houston. And some people mentioned, Boston. I mean, it was just a plethora of places that he could have gone. But
that's right.
At the end of the day, when you think about a guy like LeBron James and his tenure in the league, his status, financial situation, and of course, his family, it's the quality of life. This man had made enough money, Dale, and again, he has some young sons and a beautiful wife, and of course, he has some business endeavors. All roads pointed to L.A. from the beginning.
From the beginning, DJ, I had a feeling about L.A., and like you said, the quality of life is best for him out there, really having a young family and wanting to grow into his status of what he really is, richest basketball player that he is. $154 million for 4 years, but I think really the quality of life piece probably sold him more so than anything on the whole deal. He's into the television business, producing, executive producer of some things. You're in L.A. for that. And really, I think he'll be able to draw the quality of other free agents there to make L.A. respectable again.
Absolutely, and again, the nest is not bare out there because again they got some young players, great young players that LeBron obviously is going to make those guys better, and Lonzo Ball is one of them.
That's right. I think he's going to be much better, and really, like I said, they got some players that are there, 2-year, 3-year players that are still there. I think he's going to make those guys players, and really the development of some of their young players is going to be key right now because I think really you can tie these guys into what LeBron James brings to the table, and you're going to be surprised. Put it this way, they're going to be better than what they've been in the past couple of years.
And when you think about how everything went down, LeBron took his family down to the Bahamas for a vacation, and got back last Friday. Actually flew right into L.A., got the deal done, and everybody was, on pins and needles about it, but, LeBron was cool, and I'm sure his camp knew exactly where he was going months ago.
Yeah, I really did, and that's one thing I do like about LeBron James. He does get a lot of stuff done, DJ, without a whole lot of fanfare. He's got good people around him. He got loyal people around him, as he always has since high school. But at the same time, DJ, to put his family into it, see what they thought about it. Growing 2 sons up, got a daughter, wife satisfied. I think it was a great opportunity for LeBron, and really, I think L.A. brings that best opportunity for him.
I think it's destiny because when you think about really how this thing came together, how this deal was put together, Magic Johnson, one of the greatest players to ever put on a Laker uniform, alongside Kobe Bryant and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they were all in. And, when you got guys that, basically that's the culture of L.A., they bought into who is now the best player, LeBron, and making sure that, he had all their blessings. You know what? The sky's the limit for the Lakers.
The sky's the limit, and to have an impact player like LeBron James coming to your team, you can't beat them but better, DJ. And I think one of the biggest things, other than LeBron coming in, the other players that are going to have attention want to play with LeBron. It's a lot of guys out there, DJ, want to play with LeBron.
Now, let's talk about some of the players who had an opportunity to go to L.A. but decided to stay at home. My hat's off to Paul George. Obviously, he and Westbrook have a relationship, and apparently, he took a lot less money that he could have gotten, but he settled in on a 4-year, $137 million deal. But again, you know what? I applaud him because everybody, he's from L.A. He's made it known that he wanted to go to L.A. He could have got the max of $200 million had he stayed in Indianapolis for the Pacers, but he was able to go to OKC, and he's going to stay at OKC.
Well, DJ, I like it. I like what he did. He wants to stay at OKC, and really that tells me a little bit about him, his character. He wants to play with Westbrook, the Carmelo piece. He still wants to play in that organization. He doesn't want to jump ship and go to the best team. He wants to play with the guys that he's been in the trenches with, which I really applaud with him wholeheartedly. But at the same time, being in that OKC organization is a good thing. But really, they continue to grow and develop players over the years from having a Durant, from Westbrook, from Harden, the last 3 MVPs coming out of your organization. That is big. That tells you a little bit about OKC. But at the same time, DJ, I like the fact that he said, I'm going to stay here and play with these guys. I like these guys.
Now that the LeBron James saga is over, now there's some other guys that we're wondering where they're going to end up. I know when you talk about, what is the Boston Celtics going to do? Now that Kyrie Irving obviously is going to be healthy, and I'm sure he's going to have his pick of the litters as far as the marketplace. But again, it's just a lot of people out there whose contracts are up. There's a lot of money out there to put some good people in place. So we're going to see a lot of movement here, Dale, in the next few weeks.
I think we're going to see a lot of movement, DJ. It's going to be another blockbuster trade. And when you're speaking of Boston, DJ, and Danny Ainge and the way they're, they know how to do free agency. I think he might be trade bait and develop his really another good team in Boston. They saw how young they were last year, but I think they might try to get something for Kyrie Irving before re-signing him, but Kyrie Irving is probably going to be in the same situation that LeBron was last year. He's going to be able to choose his team that he wants to go to also.
Let's talk about the East and the West, because obviously there's a big difference when you talk about, the top players in the league. Obviously with LeBron going over to the West, that's why a lot of people didn't want him to go. Because now, 13 of the top 14 players are coming out of the West, and when you put them, when you compare them, I know that ESPN and some other folks had polled it, and, you got, again, 13 of the top 14 NBA players on the Western Conference.
And, it's a big difference, DJ. And, like I said, LeBron leaving, going to the West Coast, it's a big difference between the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference for player impact. For us having the players that are impactful players. Seem like they're very young on the East Coast, but they're coming. But DJ, in the NBA, year after year, it's going to be parity. The West might be up right now, but definitely it's going to be it'll turn around in a couple more years.
It'll be interesting to see who ends up one of the top teams, the top 3 or 4 teams actually on the East. Now that LeBron James has gone to the West, Cleveland is out of that marketing. But when you talk about Cleveland losing LeBron James, and again, they still have Kevin Love, and I know that that's a guy that they could build a team around, and it's going to be interesting to see who else they add.
It's going to be very interesting, but I think really Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cavaliers, I think he's competitive, and he's going to know now that I got to do whatever I got to do to make Cleveland continue to be successful. And when you look at it that way, DJ, because really, LeBron leaves, not only is the team going to be hurt, the whole city.
Yes.
The whole city.
Impact.
The economic impact and the tourism of Cleveland has just gone down also, but at the same time, you can always get you some good players and come right back up.
And last but not least, before we get out of here, our hometown Atlanta Hawks. And I know that they had a pretty decent draft, but again, we don't know what's going to happen with their roster because, again, they're at odds with, their top players. And when you talk about Dennis Schroeder, he could be anywhere.
Like I said, DJ, free agency is open now, and really everybody sees the talent that they have coming in from the draft. I think really it's going to be a lot of trading and moving around in the NBA just to form competitive teams.
Well, we're going to give Coach Pierce an opportunity to put together a team in Atlanta, so we can't throw the baby out with the bath water before we fill the tub with water.
That's right. You got to fill it up, DJ. But at the same time, I think free agency, one thing that the Hawks got rid of all their high dollar guys, but now you got to go right back into free agency just to have a competitive team.
All right, we're going to take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
Watching a cow.
Oh, what's it doing?
Impressions.
Power up your morning with a new 300-calorie egg white grill. Only at Chick-fil-A.
If you're even thinking about a new car, you've got to come to Headquarter Nissan.
Because right now, you can get the lowest payments of the year.
New Sentras from just $129 a month.
Altimas from just $159 a month.
And Rogues from just $169 a month. And all backed by our value plan featuring a lifetime warranty with an unlimited amount of time and miles and more. Lease for less. Columbus is a Nissan town.
You're gonna do great.
Thanks, Dad.
Break a leg.
Aflac?
Not that kind of break.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Aflac?
Not that kind of hurt. Yeah, Aflac paid us cash in just one day to help with our car payments and mortgage.
Aflac!
Perfect timing! See how Aflac helps cover everyday expenses at Aflac.com.
There's something about music in the garden. That is why your garden, Columbus Botanical Garden, presents Rhapsody in Bloom, Jazz in the Garden, Sunday, July 22nd from 5 to 9 p.m. Hosted by Dee Armstrong and Wayne Hales, Rhapsody brings to you spectacular talent. Tickets are $25 for a single and $39.99 for a couple and may be purchased on our website. Make it a date night, make it a great night. Join us at Columbus Botanical Garden for Rhapsody in Bloom.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. Our Braves report is definitely still a passing grade, and it's beyond passing grade. It's an A. It's an A.
It's got to be an A.
Because, again, they just came off the road and did their thing, and they're going up to New York to play the Yankees after, sweeping St. Louis. When you go, and that's going to tell me just how effective the Braves are going to be.
The way they play against the Yankees, and then they play Milwaukee, then they come back home before the All-Star break, DJ, that's going to be big. If the Braves can even go, 500 all the way into the All-Star break, they'll be in good shape. They're still about 3.5 games up in the NL East in front of Philadelphia and the Nats. They're playing good, and the pitching has come around, DJ.
Yeah, again, a lot of credit has to go, and he's flying under the radar with regards to all of this positive production. But, you know, the skipper, Snitker, boy, you say that 5 times, Snitker, again, the job he's doing is tremendous, and I want to definitely give him some applause right now because, you know, he's getting lost in it, you know, but somebody has to manage all of these young players.
That's
man.
right. That's right, and really he's grown with these guys, DJ. But the other thing that I think has been very impressive with the Braves is that anybody that they put in the lineup, they're young guys, they played together, they deliver. The Charlie Culberson piece has been good. Every time this guy plays, he does something big, DJ. So even the Suzuki piece, he comes in, he's one of the top catchers in, you know, the Major League Baseball. So right now, really that young talent is paying off for them. Hopefully they can continue to get better. Even when the second half starts, people won't catch up with them and find out what their weaknesses are, but they're hitting the baseball very well. And DJ, they holding it in the road.
They are holding it in the road, and again, the pitching is what's coming around. And you know, when you talk about, they did have some problems with the bullpen.
That's right.
However, you know, that seems to be subsiding and figuring into some of these victories, man. And like I said, at the end of the day, I think that the Braves are going to be right there at the end.
I think really, if anything, and if I had a wish list for the Braves right now, they got to dig a little bit into free agency, DJ, and get some veteran players, somebody to kind of bring them through the end of the year, because really this is a long baseball season. But to get somebody, maybe a Bryce Harper or a better pitcher coming in, somebody that can close coming out of the bullpen, if they can sign somebody free agency-wise, we're looking at some good things.
And again, as far as the All-Star voting goes, Freddie Freeman still, you know, front and center. He's the guy, and if the MVP was awarded right now, you'd have to give it to Freddie Freeman based on the count or the vote count.
You would have to, from the vote count from the All-Star, you'd be like, okay, Freddie Freeman having a great year. But, you know, at the same time, the Braves do very well in the All-Stars, and really, for all the guys that they have on the All-Star League, from the Ozzie Albies, that's been great for him, DJ. But really, the McCarkers piece has been good. But really, the Ozzie is playing lights out. And home runs, RBIs, runs scored. This guy's playing good baseball, and like I said, if they can consistently continue to play, Freddie Freeman is consistent. If these guys can continue to be consistent and continue to play like they've been playing, the Braves going to be right there.
One thing is for sure is that it's hot, it's summer, and again, there's a lot of stories that you would want to cover right now, but you know what, it's a few weeks for football season. Again, you know, give me a couple of weeks there, you know, we'll be right back talking, you know, story after story after story, because the Braves right now, obviously, you know, they are the team to watch, because they're the only thing going right now.
That's right, DJ, and really the Braves have always, traditionally, the Braves have been a great fan draw. They have a lot of fans around the state of Georgia and in the Southeast, DJ. It's good to see them playing this well after really having wholesale changes with their free agency and getting rid of all those big contracts. To see the Braves playing the way that they're playing right now, hats off to their organization.
Let me clarify something, because I owe an apology to the Atlanta United, because they still are the best show in town, and again, one of the best shows in town, along with the Braves. And you know what, the soccer fans are I mean, they're still just showing up with a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, and hey, I wanted to make sure that I acknowledged the Atlanta United.
Well, you know, DJ, they got a thing called the Atlanta Superfan, and really the Atlanta United is definitely a big part of it, for the Hawks being involved, the Braves and the Falcons. With the Falcons come around, you know, people kind of think about, oh, yeah, it's football season. But really, to be a fan in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a great thing.
Before we get out of here, why don't you briefly explain to those folks what you meant by Superfan?
The Atlanta Superfan is an opportunity where you can go on our website and go online at AtlantaSuperfan.com and actually win tickets, not just tickets, sweet tickets for 2 people, you know, to go to any game that's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium or in Atlanta. So log on, and we'll continue to talk a little bit more about, if you are an Atlanta Superfan, to go on that website and sign up for an opportunity to win tickets.
And last but not least, the Atlanta Braves are ahead of the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League East. We'll take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people. But when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Building wealth is an innate desire we all possess. Whether you're raising a family, running a business, or starting a career, the best commitment you can possibly make today is to build wealth for your future. Now, more than ever, our innovation teamed with a personal approach to building wealth is the win we both are striving for. Trust in our commitment to help get you there. Citizens Trust Bank, a relationship you can bank on. Member FDIC.
Hey, Devin here, headquarters Nissan. I'm here with Aaron. She's going to talk about this event that we got coming up that we really need your support. So, Aaron?
All right, Devin, thank you. So on July 28th, actually the whole month of July, we are honoring and wrapping our arms around teachers. So what we have going on, if you are a teacher, you can come to Headquarters Nissan during the month of July, show your ID badge. If you spend over $50 in our service department on a repair order, we're going to, number one, give you 15% off that day's service. So that's big for our teachers. And also, while you're here, you can, we have a Titan in the showroom that's already getting stuffed with school supplies.
That's right.
We're doing that for teachers, so bring in a donation. You can enter to win a 50-inch smart TV just by coming in and making a donation. Here's the other little part of that. We are going to award a Titan Teacher of the Year on July 28th. Go to WTVM.com, nominate a deserving teacher. We're going to give them a gift card for $500 toward their classroom supplies. We'll pull that winner on July 28th, and their school, the winning teacher's school, is going to get the entire contents of that Titan truck school supplies.
So we don't just do deals. We also give back to community.
That's right.
Headquarters Nissan, we stay in the community. We support everybody, military, vets, and now teachers. So come on out to Headquarters Nissan, where it's the home of the lifetime warranty. We got you get $2,500 if your car gets stolen. You get key replacement. We got all kind of deals. We got stuff for everybody. We always have all kind of events. And Aaron, tell them about our Friday event.
All right, so every month we pull one winner to win a prize. We've got iPads, NutriBullets, TVs, George Foreman grills. All you do for that is just come in, enter to win right here, stick your name in the ballot. The first Friday of each month, we pull one winner. I mean, it's just too easy, y'all.
So come on out to Headquarters Nissan. You get a deal, you get a deal, everybody get a deal at Headquarters Nissan.
Joining me right now, one of the best baseball players to have ever come through the Chattahoochee Valley. Welcome to Sports Visions. Josh, how are you?
Thank you, I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Anthony, of course, one of the stars here on the Auburn Tigers baseball team. Josh, let's just start off with how you feeling with the season so far?
I'm confident in what we're doing. We started out hot, and then, as you know, we always gonna have our peaks and valleys. Every team gonna have their peaks and valleys. Started off at a peak, went out to a valley. We working our way back up. I feel confident in this group. We got a bunch of senior leaders. We got a bunch of young guys who look up to their senior leaders, take charge. So with that perfect mix, then it's good.
Let's back up a little bit for the benefit of the folks out there that didn't follow your career, because you had a decorated career at Hardaway High School in Columbus, 4-time All-by-City player, baseball player, and of course what you did out at Western Oklahoma was phenomenal. You were a junior college All-American. Let's talk about that transition from high school to junior college.
Well, high school to junior college, I've always been, you know, my dad is. My dad's Eric Anthony, so
that's right. Say it loud.
He always put in long hours with me. So that kind of helped going into junior college, because in junior college, like they do nothing in the NCAA. We got time constraints on how long we can practice. Junior college, we didn't have that. So we'd be out there from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock every day. And then you have like some mandatory overtime. So I just was used to putting in those long hours. So just staying with that type of grind, it just helped me like calm and like reach my pinnacle in junior college.
I know you played catcher in high school, and you were a doggone good one. I mean, now obviously you're in the infield. What's the transition like from catcher to playing in the infield?
Well, in catcher, I'm always used to being like mobile. I'm able to move, and I've always considered myself not a catcher. Like I always hated playing the catcher, so I always tried to like become an infielder. Like I always took additional ground balls outside of catching, so I always had that fluidity within myself of fielding the ground ball. So I mean, just to transition, since I was taking ground balls, just like having the cat-like reflexes of being behind the plate, and like just honing my fielding skills. Like they just kind of helped each other.
Before we get out of here, I'd like to have you look right into that camera and tell all of those aspiring Josh Anthonys back in East Alabama and West Central Georgia what it takes to get to this level.
A lot of hard work, a grind. It really is a grind. Once you think you have arrived, like don't settle for that, because there's always another level that you can get to. So just try to be greater than who you want to be. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Auburn's baseball star. I'm going to call him a star. He's our star in Sports Vision's eyes anyway. Josh Anthony. We'll be right back.
Sports Vision, sponsored by Aflac, Chick-fil-A, Mel and Abe's, Styles by Denise, Jordan Girls, Taylor Funeral Home, Forrest B. Johnson and Associates, State Farm, Jimmy Watts Agency, and Dr. Jamie Winchester.
Honey, what are you doing?
Watching a cow.
Oh, what's it doing?
Impressions.
Power up your morning with a new 300-calorie egg white grill. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Building wealth is an innate desire we all possess. Whether you're raising a family, running a business, or starting a career, the best commitment you can possibly make today is to build wealth for your future. Now, more than ever, our innovation teamed with a personal approach to building wealth is the win we both are striving for. Trust in our commitment to help get you there. Citizens Trust Bank, a relationship you can bank on. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Vision's deal. I know the Braves have been the talk of the town, the talk of the state, the talk of the league. And you know what? They deserve it.
They deserve it, DJ, and really getting great coverage. We always get great coverage with the Atlanta Braves, DJ, on Fox Sports South and even on Boomer 105.5. So really, it's good to be able to sit down and watch a baseball game again, DJ.
And I want to congratulate, of course, LeBron James and his family, because they are now the first family of Los Angeles. And, you know, they basically royalty. You know, whatever they want now, that's what they can have.
And then hats off to Magic Johnson on the way he handled all these negotiations without a whole lot of fanfare. But really, you knew Magic was going to come across, and really, I'm looking forward to see how the L.A. Lakers are going to turn out.
Now all the talks are going to San Antonio, wanting to know what's going to happen. Is Kawhi going to sit out the whole year? Because he definitely doesn't want to go back to San Antonio, and San Antonio is being kind of funky about trading him. They don't want to just give him to L.A. and obviously, you know, have he and LeBron James over there.
Yeah, they don't want to build on what they're going to have problems. If anything, they'll send him over there on the East Coast. They don't want to send him anywhere in the West. So it's going to be interesting to see how San Antonio handles this situation.
Absolutely. And again, we're just a few weeks away from SEC Media Days, and that's where we officially start talking college football. Well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Vision's TV show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.